Hey guys, thank you for coming to my channel today. We're making some bread machine glazed cinnamon rolls. Glad you're joining me. Hit that like and subscribe button. As you can see, I'm cracking an egg into a 1 cup measuring cup. So you want to crack that egg in and then fill the rest with water up to the 1 cup line. And then add just 1 more tablespoon of water, and that should do it for our liquids, and pouring that right in. With bread machine recipes, you always want to put the liquids on the bottom unless your machine directions say otherwise. Then I've got a 1/4 cup of butter that has been softened or melted in some of those cases. And then 3½ cups of bread flour are going in next on top of that. We can start to put our drier ingredients there. So the kneading blade will do a good job. Bread machines are perfect for kneading your doughs, even if you're not making a bread machine recipe. Then I'm putting in 1/3 cup of sugar, and that is going to make our sweet dough. Here I'm coming in with about a teaspoon of kosher salt. I've got some instant bread machine yeast. You could use regular yeast if you had to, but this will speed things along a little bit. I've got 1½ teaspoons of that. Head on over to my blog for the recipe card and click the links below. I'm gonna pop that into my bread machine and go ahead and hit the dough cycle. Here I've got my mixture for the insides. I've got some cinnamon, you could put a nut, I've got pistachio because I didn't have pecans, but you want about 1/3 cup brown sugar packed, 1/4 cup of finely chopped nuts, 1/4 cup of raisins, and 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and just mix that up. So mine's kind of baklava-ish because I didn't have dark raisins and I didn't have pecans. So my dough is done with the cycle, which takes about 1.5 hours. I'm punching down the dough, flouring my surface, my clean surface. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my dough out there. It needs to rest for about 10 minutes with a towel over it so that it's easier to manipulate. It can relax a little bit. And so I just throw a towel over there, do a couple things, and then come back to it. Easy peasy. Here I am taking the towel after 10 minutes, and I've got my dough ready to roll out. I've been loving my little French rolling pin that I got on Amazon. It is so cute and fits in tight spaces. And so I'm going to go ahead. I'm aiming for about, when I roll my dough out, maybe 15 by 9 inches-ish. So you'll see me take a ruler out here just to double check. I always keep a ruler in my kitchen. Just to give me an estimate about how flat my dough is. So a rectangular-ish shape. You can see me here using gravity on my side. If I kind of hold the dough, gravity pulls it down and stretches it. And that just gives me a little help when I'm trying to roll out doughs. So highly recommend trying that if you haven't. Again, just gently stretching, getting it to a rectangular-ish shape. And yeah, it's an excellent dough to work with. You could use it for lots of other things. You know, again, it's a nice sweet dough, easy to work with. So rolling that out. Then I'm going to be satisfied here with my shape. I'm going to spread it with some butter, just, I don't know, a couple tablespoons, whatever you need to give your stuff a little more, I guess, the glue to our for our filling to our bread, if you will, as well as some fat flavor. Gonna spread out my filling. Didn't chop my nuts in the finest way. Sorry, I was in a bit of a rush. My daughter's always begging for cinnamon rolls, so kind of did it on a whim. Turned the camera on, and yeah. So here we go with that. Just getting it all in there. It was a little bit. I wish I would have just sort of sprayed it with maybe some olive oil or something to keep the cinnamon part down, because you'll see when I cut it, I do have some spillage, but no big deal. All right, so on the long side is where you want to tightly roll. So you just want to roll tight. Make sure that, because that's where we're going to get our swirl from when we go to cut those and put them on their sides. So just, again, emphasize super tight. As tight as you can manage it. It's okay if some squirts out. Just use it for something else, whatever. And then you can pinch the ends in there. Of course, the middle part's the best because it's got all the filling. And then about 1 inch, we're going to cut them with a nice sharp knife. You could use some unscented floss. I've done that before. Whatever works. get them into the general shape. You can see I'm going to fill a 9 by 13 inch pan that has been sprayed. Once you've done that, you're going to cover those again. I just use a tea towel and then I just put it in a warm spot. And when that's done, we're going to go ahead and bake those. You do want those to rise for about 40 minutes and bake those in a 375 degree oven for about 25 to 28 minutes. You can see I've done that here, and now I'm going to make my glaze, and that is a cup of powdered sugar. I use monk fruit powdered sugar here, a tablespoon of water, and a quarter teaspoon of vanilla or whatever liquid you need to get to the right consistency in order to make a glaze, I guess. And these are still warm at this point, so you can see my vanilla colored glaze here that I'm going to go ahead and drizzle down. You could do a cream cheese, add some cream cheese and sort of smear it on there, and that would work too, but I wanted something a little more light and a little less sweet. So again, to your liking. Again, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button if you love art and cooking, and go ahead and check out those links below at no extra cost to you. I do make some money off those affiliate links, very much appreciated, as well as links to my books and my blog. And some yummy, yummy cinnamon rolls here. It was enough to feed our family a few servings, and I froze some. So it makes a good, healthy 12 cinnamon rolls there, as you can see, nice and puffy. Well, thanks again for joining me for another video. I really appreciate it, guys. Here they are afterwards. We cut one open. Ooh, so yummy. You're going to love them. Love my bread machine, guys. It is a staple in my kitchen. Thanks so much and have a great day.